Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. I know this video is going to come a bit late because I had to stop everything just to listen to Rigathi Gachagua destroying William Ruto during his interview on Citizen TV. And Rigathi Gachagua has shocked majority of Kenyans. Number one, Rigathi Gachagua has declared Uhuru Kenyatta as the undisputed Mount Kenya kingpin. Rigathi Gachagua has also told Kenyans that he was removed from William Ruto's diaries WhatsApp group. So why would the president do that? Rigathi Gachagua has also told Kenyans that the broad-based government was actually formed to add numbers to facilitate his removal from office. Tomorrow we are going to do that analysis, just deeper into what Rigathi Gachagua told us and what he did not tell us. But in this video, I want us to talk about something which also happened at the Bomas of Kenya. Dennis Itumbi was launching what they are calling UDA Comrades chapter. University students, they paid for their fares, they mobilized the people to attend, facilitated their transport, they gave them pocket money, lunch and refreshment. The comrades heckled Dennis Itumbi. Dennis Itumbi was actually forced to cut short his speech. That move by comrades is a very strong signal to William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza. And personally, I am now convinced that there is no way William Ruto is going to be re-elected again in 2027, because clearly he has lost the narrative, he has lost his key support base, which was the Hustler Nation, and the young people also voted for William Ruto. I want you guys to listen to the comrades heckling Itumbi, because Itumbi had tried to justify why Adani is a good deal for Kenya.
It's okay, we don't have to agree on everything. Our neighbors in Rwanda are building a brand new airport to have 7 million passengers. It's okay, it's okay. Our neighbors in Rwanda are building an airport to reach where we are. We have 7 million. You guys are saying, don't expand that airport. Let Rwanda come and overtake us. Our neighbors in Ethiopia are building an airport that is touted to be the biggest in Africa. It's okay, it's okay. You love your say and I hear you. However, I would definitely, at the end of the day, because you have joined UDA Comrades chapter, I will be recruiting you after we have had an exchange where you say, I listen, I say, you listen, and then we see where the facts and the truth is, and then we do it.
So the biggest question is, why would you mobilize supporters, ferry them, feed them, pay them, brand them, and then they still end up heckling you? And they did not just heckle Itumbi. The song was very clear. Yote yawesekana bila Ruto. I've seen Cleophas Malala, the former Secretary General of UDA Party, laughing loudly at Itumbi and the group, because according to Malala, Itumbi simply went and picked people from the street, paid them, and those people probably do not believe in UDA policies. I want to do a proper analysis about that. Before we do that, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, because masani machache, mambo ni mengi, I want to be very brief. Why do you think the comrades decided to heckle Itumbi? Who was their boss at that event? Number one, in my view, I think Kenya Kwanza underrated the Gen Zs and their rage. The Gen Zs are very angry up to now. They are very bitter with Kenya Kwanza. So that rage is still on. What we witnessed in Bomas today is actually an extension or the aftermath of the Gen Z's protest. When the Gen Zs started protesting, these guys just decided, we are students. My brother, my sister completed college 8-10 years ago. They are still at home. Nothing coming their way. Our parents have retired. So there's no hope for us. This government promised us A, B, C, D. They're not doing that. Instead, what they're doing is to make life very difficult for us, unbearable. Increasing taxes. Any other thing is not working. Be it help and the rest. Then you call us for a meeting. So this gives you an opportunity. And that rage in the Gen Zs is what they invoked here. So this is a good lesson for me. That next time you want to organize a meeting, you must organize these meetings at the right time. Because how do you converge? How do you ask comrades to converge when the issue of their loan is still pending? How? So it's being insensitive. So they just told these guys, no, you maneno ya Adani, it's not working. So see, the problem is UDA got into power through lies. But the comrades are well educated. They are able to know this is good, this is bad. And the fact that nowadays, majority of Kenyans are doing civic education, they know what is good and they also know what is bad. It is my hope that Itumbi will report back to the bosses that based on what we saw there, we must be very, very careful because they're going to force this. What we may call a hong already, the people who have taken bribes. So they not allow this deal to collapse. The deal is going to go through. But he should tell these people that things are not right here. So that's number one, the Gen Zs and their rage. Number two, there is a clear disconnect between Kenya Kwanza, their policies, and Kenyans. Kenya Kwanza government really don't understand what Kenyans are asking for, what Kenyans want. Kenyans are just asking for very simple things. You don't need to change NHIF, it's working. You don't need to come up with a new funding model for universities. The current one is working, just improve it. You don't need to change every other thing which UDA Ruto is changing. You don't need to tax us more, just deal with the corruption. These guys are not listening. So there's that disconnect. You tell them about fertilizers, and then at the same time how you've provided fertilizers, when they go to the ground, they realize that their parents were conned. Fake fertilizers were sold to them. So there's that disconnect. So if I were if I were William Ruto and Dennis Itumbi and the group, I'd first of all try and create connection between the students and the government. So that if that connection exists, then the students themselves will start coming up, forming this comrade chapters. But you can't form a comrade chapter while you're not a student. It's supposed to be the other way around. Student forming, then inviting you to launch. Number three is what Malala is accusing Itumbi of. Just going outside there, picking people, dressing them in yellow, filling the bombers, then you take photos. In fact, if these guys had not booed Itumbi, probably the image would have been that it was a very successful event. So that would have been the story outside there. But it's not working. That worked for them when they used to hire people during the rallies because Kenyans had hopes in them. That's not going to happen. And the other thing which these guys need to know is that nowadays they're dealing with informed voters. You know, if you converge, if you bring together comrades, those are people who are intelligent. They are able to know what is right and what is wrong. You can't bring intelligent people to a hall and you start lying to them. They can't accept. And lastly, Kenya Kwanza policies are not working. That is the biggest problem. That is the elephant in the room. You see, Itumbi is trying to explain to these guys that, you know, Rwanda is building airport. What is not telling Kenyans is that Rwanda are building completely new airport, but at a cheaper rate. A completely new airport, but at a cheaper rate. What Adani is doing is that they want to renovate some runway. Alafu watengeneze parking za mandege at exorbitant rates. These comrades know what is happening. They know that in Rwanda, the deal is above board. And Itumbi is also telling them about Ethiopia, that Ethiopia is currently building what is going to become the biggest airport in Africa. But what Itumbi is not telling them is that that alleged airport, which is going to be biggest in Africa, is costing less than the renovation Adani is intending to do at JKIA. So the comrades could not sustain their anger. They could not contain their anger because Dennis Itumbi was telling them lies. So the rage in them was boiling. So they had to tell him off. Stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is going to be a one-term president through the ballot, if those ballots are going to count. But of course, in Kenya, in Africa, votes never count. Until next time, Makwiny, bye-bye.